Hey guys, this is an Aaron13. I am just wanting to make a quick video here talking about what I'm about to do right now. I'm very excited. I actually pre-ordered the Galaxy Note 8 and I'm on my way to pick it up right now. I ordered it and it said that it was going to be in today, and so around 11 o'clock this morning, it was an hour after they opened, but I mean, that's why you pre-order, so you don't have to wait in line. I went ahead and ordered it from Best Buy, and lo and behold, I am not in possession of it. I wanted to get it earlier than everybody else, but apparently my unlocked version that I ordered, they only sent one of them in the first shipment, and there are multiple people that wanted one. I guess I'm number 2 that wanted the unlocked version, and so I am headed back right now because I finally got the email saying that it was ready, so it better be ready. I'm gonna be really disappointed if I get there and once again it's not there. They went back in the back room initially and checked to see if it was mine and came out to say, I'm sorry sir, but it'll most likely be here on our drop shipment date, or our drop shipment that we're getting later today. So I am on my way back because hopefully that drop shipment has come in. I'm not even sure what a drop shipment is. I feel like that sounds like something that should come out of an airplane. Yeah, I have no clue. But anyways, I am headed there right now. I am excited. I think that this phone is going to be phenomenal. Everybody seems to be disappointed that it didn't shake the earth. What they seem to forget is that the Galaxy Note 7, this is very similar to the Galaxy Note 7, just slightly better. And the Galaxy Note 7 had already kind of blown everybody out of the water. It was the best phone on the market until one small, minor detail of a problem. I had actually decided I was going to get one. I had kind of figured out that a Note was the phone that I really wanted, and I have an S6 Edge right now, and after I bought that, I was very happy with it, but I decided that the next phone I got was going to be a Note. When the Note 7 came out, I followed all of the reviews that came out online. I watched the tests being done on it, and I came to realize that it is a phenomenal phone, and I wanted one. So I made the decision. I talked with my wife. We decided that I was going to get one, and it wasn't, I believe it was that day that we had decided that I was going to get one. The first news story came out talking about the Galaxy Note 7 catching on fire, and I think it was about a dumpster, a car that was on fire. So over the course of the next couple of months, we went through a whole lot of just garbage. Samsung had to deal with a lot, and it's their fault. They should have done a better job, but with their batteries and making sure that they were stable. However, what people overlook is the fact that batteries in our phones aren't very safe. Just in general, I mean, they have a lot of energy stored into very small cells, and all it takes is for those cells to either have all it takes is for them to short out. And the way that batteries are made, the idea is that we're trying to force as many of these tiny little cells as close as we possibly can to make the battery as small as possible and contain as much energy as we can fit into this tiny little pack. And so what you wind up with is a very powerful battery that doesn't take a whole lot for it to go very wrong. Samsung is not the only brand out there who has had problems with these. There have been a few others in the past couple of years, not as widely known, not as widely talked about. Samsung kind of got the raw end of the deal there. They're one of the big players, and so when the big player has a big problem, everybody knows about it. It gets passed around. It becomes a national news story, an international news story in this case. And this one even went as far as to make it so that we can't take them on airplanes. So, all of this to say, all it takes is for those cells to just be put a tiny bit too close, or to be bumped. Yeah, don't pull out in front of me. Is for them to be bumped just a little bit too close, whether it be in a drop or a fall or just poorly manufactured, or as some people do online, they tend to take a knife and shove it through it. Yeah, that's going to cause a short. and that'll cause the battery to overheat and expend a lot of its energy, if not all of its energy. And then what you wind up with is a fire or a very hot phone. And so, yeah, that's when you get people with third-degree burns. You get cars on fire. You get dumpsters on fire. You have burning holes through pants. You know, all of those things that happened. And unfortunately, Samsung couldn't fix the problem in the Note 7. They recalled, and then they put the phone back out. Found out that the new batteries were still having problems, and all of this, all of this work, all of this money, all of this design that they put into the Note 7 was for nothing, because they weren't going to make any of the money back. Because they had to do this massive recall that cost them more than they made on the initial purchases of the phone itself. And I am rambling, but all I'm really trying to say is that I was very disappointed. When they first started catching on fire, I told my wife that I wanted to get one anyways, that I didn't care, I'd risk it. Of the 300,000 phones out there, only a handful of them caught on fire, so my odds were pretty good that it wasn't going to catch on fire. Then they sent out an update that bricked all of the phones, or at least that's what I heard, and the Note 7 was no more. The potential for me to get one was zero. Or if I did get one, it would be fairly useless because I couldn't use it and I couldn't take it on planes. So I've been waiting since before the Note came out to have a Note, the Note 7. This announcement of the Note 8, I was worried that they weren't going to put out a Galaxy Note 8. I really want to have a stylus, and I know that seems pointless to many people. I had a work phone for a while that was a Galaxy Note. I think it was a Note 4, and even that old, no, it was a Note 2. It was a Galaxy Note 2. And even that very old phone, that very old stylus, it was so nice having that stylus. I used it a lot more than I thought I would, even just for, clicking around on websites and punching tiny little tick marks and check marks. It's small enough that you can hold it and use the phone at the same time. Kind of like a lot of people hold newspapers and phones while they hold onto their cigarette. You gonna go? So, when they announced that the Galaxy Note 8 was coming out, I got all giddy. I put a countdown timer on my phone, counting down the days. And then when the event came out, I actually took my lunch break early so that I could watch the release event, or the announcement. So I watched the entire announcement. I've been following it very closely, and now, okay, I guess we're walking in front of people today. Yeah. So people are dumb. Sorry, guys. And the first day that they became available for pre-ordered my Galaxy Note 8, and I am very excited. I have 3 cases that I already purchased. I couldn't decide between the 3 because I couldn't see them in person. I know what style case I want, so all 3 of them are that style. However, it is not clear which one is going to be the best for my phone. I want it to look good, but I also want it to be protected as much as I possibly can. One of them comes with a screen protector. I'm not entirely sold on the idea of screen protectors. I feel like they break incredibly easy, and I'm not sure that they provide that much extra resistance. I know they break first, but I'm sometimes leery as to whether or not, or skeptical as to whether or not it would have broken in the first place. But anyways, I have to run inside and get my new phone. I will put a video up here in a little bit of trying out these cases. Alright guys, I got it. I am on my way home with my Galaxy Note 8, and I am ecstatic. Anyways, so I am going to be doing an unboxing here when I get home. I'm also going to go ahead and do a case test here eventually. I do have to get it all set up and all that fun stuff, but I had a little bit of trouble getting my payment form to work. All of that fun stuff with banks trying to protect you from, large fraudulent purchases. Yeah, I've never really had that problem with buying a phone before, but I guess this is more expensive than most phones, so in fact it's more expensive than some computers. That's really the biggest downside to this phone, is how much it costs. I mean, it is freaking expensive. Yeah, I figure it's only a couple hundred more than, and I know I said only a couple hundred, but it's only a couple hundred more than the Note 7 was. That being said, the Note 7 was a whole year ago, so when we talk about inflation, the inflation's not going to be that much, but it is a bigger phone. It is got 2 cameras. The screen is far better than the last one. A lot of the stuff that they have put into it, while not greatly enhancing the phone, I mean, I think it has. It debatably has. But while not necessarily jumping leaps and bounds ahead of the Galaxy Note 7, it is better than the Note 7 was, and a lot of the things that make it better are expensive. There's no way around that. The manufacturing of it is expensive, and Samsung's decision to make it more expensive, it kind of makes sense. I mean, could they have gone cheaper? I'm sure they could have. What on earth is this guy doing? Okay. We are driving dumb today. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on the way to Best Buy, it was stupid. On the way from Best Buy, it was stupid. People just keep doing stupid things. I love you guys, but I hate people sometimes. Anyways, all of my rambling to say, I'm extremely excited for the Galaxy Note 8. I think it's going to be a phenomenal phone. I'm happy to show you guys anything that you want to see that I'm capable of doing. Throw it down in the comments section. I'll go ahead and try to get that information to you guys. Like I say, I'll show you the 3 cases that I got, and we'll do a somewhat in-depth, at least a close look at them to see how thick stuff is, whether or not it's got a decent edge to protect that screen. That's going to be a big selling factor for me. I want it to have good feel. I want it to fit in the pocket well, and so I do have some very specific things that I'm looking for, and I think I'm a fairly common user. I don't want a massive outer box. I like the protection that they provide, but why on earth are we buying a tiny little phone to make it 3 times as thick as that, just to protect it? I mean, I get the protection. These guys are supposed to be better. They're supposed to be military drop test rated, and so again, I'm looking forward to putting that video out there for you guys. If there's anything else I can do, let me know. Go ahead and subscribe. Once again, this is Aaron 13, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.